Hello everyone, I'm Todd Hinceman from Vitality Anti-Aging Center. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about some weight loss. We've had some patients call in, they're at home, they're stuck with the stay-at-home status, and they was interested in what supplements would be helpful to help them achieve some of their weight loss goals. I was going to go over just a few vitamins and supplements that we would recommend with our weight loss program. And the first one we recommend is a product called a Phyto Multi. It's a broad multivitamin mineral supplement. It also has a lot of what's called phyto or plant nutrients in it. I like this one because it gives a good blanket coverage for things that may be missing in the diet. I'm like most people, I try to eat healthy. I understand what it means to eat healthy, but I also live in a real world that sometimes my diet isn't as well as it could be. And so I have traditionally like to have a good quality multivitamin to give me a good blanket coverage, okay? The next item is a vitamin D supplement. Vitamin D is very important. In my medical practice, I see pretty much everybody I check has low vitamin D levels. Either we're not getting enough in our diet, a lot of us are avoiding dairy due to some of the potential inflammatory properties or intolerances that people have with it. A lot of the dairy is supplemented with vitamin D. And so when I check labs on my patients, I find that they're either low, normal, or a majority of them are actually in a deficiency state. So I typically recommend this particular bottle for Metagenics is 10,000, but I typically recommend for the average person to start out at 5,000. And we have that in stock here, or you can order it from our online store. I'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a minute. The next product is a probiotic that has been shown clinically to help reduce appetite and to help people lose weight. So we know over the last several years that the gut biome, or the microbes in the gut, play a significant role in how they interact with the rest of the body. The particular strains in this product have been studied and have been shown to be helpful to help people lose weight, in conjunction, of course, with a diet modification. The other supplement I'd recommend, and this kind of rounds out my top four, is a good omega-3 product. Most of us don't eat enough healthy fish or fatty fish in our diet. I grew up around here. I understand, fresh seafood is not something that we get a lot of. Some of my patients do better than most as far as being able to eat the recommended fatty fishes: salmon, whitefish, mackerel, tuna, shrimp. Some of those things, minimum of 3 times a week. Most are not. When you look in the research, the omega-3s do have some weight loss, synergistic weight loss properties that are helpful, and also helps round out the diet. The reason omega-3s are considered essential is that we can't manufacture them in the body. They have to be procured from the diet. And if we're not eating items that contain omega-3s, then we end up being deficient, and so things don't run as well as they potentially could. And so if we're trying to lose some weight at home, or trying to keep the weight from increasing during this the COVID-19, the 19's going to end up being for 19 pounds instead of the year 19. Then I would recommend adding this supplement regimen to your program, and along with cutting the calories, being mindful of what we're eating, getting out and exercise when you can. Of course, do the good things that we know to do. Okay. And since we've talked about the products that are good for weight loss, they also are good to help the body run and function at what I would consider an optimal level. Okay. Now, during this time with COVID-19, we're practicing social distancing. We've learned to wash our hands again, which I think is going to be a big thing for 2020 when we look back at it. Hand washing is very important. The 6 feet minimal distance between people is a good idea. Some of the things with COVID-19, as far as the particular virus itself, does seem, and I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on it, there's tons of information out there, but just want to do a little quick snippet on some things that are important. One is frequent hand washing. Please do not wear gloves all day. Wearing gloves all day just means that you never take the time to wash your hands, and you're taking all the germs and whatever you've touched throughout the day, you're taking it with you. You're touching your phone, your credit card, your debit cards, your whatever, your steering wheels, and you're just cross-contaminating terribly. Please don't do that. Gloves are made to be worn and disposed of after coming in contact with something that is dirty. Mainly, again, we use it in healthcare when we come in patient contact with something that may be concerning. We, of course, take it off, and then we wash our hands good. Okay, so please don't do that. If you're doing it, stop. It's not a good idea. Use the hand sanitizers frequently if you can get a hold of them, or wash your hands frequently. Please don't touch your face. So when you think about how one acquires or gets a virus, most of the time we're self-inoculating. We are touching things to where a virus is on a particular object, and we rub our eyes. The eyes drain down to the nose. The tear ducts actually drain to the nose, and all that virus needs is to touch the soft mucosa on the nose or the inner part of the mouth. It invades those cells and starts replicating, and we get sick. Okay. The interesting thing about COVID-19, though, is that it does seem to aerosolize a little better than some of our other upper respiratory viruses, such as flu and some of the other viruses that are seasonal that we normally see. So some of the data shows that as we breathe out, there actually is some of the viral shedding, or that the aerosolized in the air short term. That's why they recommend this 6-foot distancing. Okay, so that's a good thing to do. So when we talk about viral prevention, it's basically we want to keep away and keep the contact of you inoculating yourself. Okay. One thing that we've been asked is, well, what can we do to kind of tune up things to help our immune system function better? These things also help with that. Probiotics help. Vitamin D plays a big role in the immune system. The multivitamin has a good base of just general vitamin C, E, zinc, selenium, very highly absorbable forms of that kind of stuff. During this time of year, though, I would recommend doing something like this, the Ultra Potent C. It has a gram of vitamin C, highly absorbable, and that's an important thing with some of these supplements, is you need a supplement that you're going to absorb well. If you go to Walmart or Sam's, I'm not sure what you're getting. We carry the Metagenics brand because it is what's called a nutraceutical company, meaning that their standards are as high as what pharmaceutical companies are. So what they say is in the bottle and in the product is in the product. So it's a great quality and it's highly absorbable. I would recommend 1 to 2 of these a day. 2 grams of oral vitamin C tends to be what most people would do well with without any adverse side effects. And one of the more common with high dose oral routes are some loose stools or diarrhea. So again, regular multis, 1 or 2 of these a day. That's going to tune the immune system up and give it all the tools it needs to be able to fight infections. With the COVID-19, vitamin C has been shown in high doses IV form, though, to be helpful in helping control the viral load. Some of that data comes from Europe. We're experimenting with it over here, but that is totally different than what I would be recommending. And the oral routes, you can achieve the high levels that they're doing there, okay? But again, having your body tuned up to where it could fight this virus or any other virus to keep you healthy and well is a good idea. Zinc is something else that has been shown to be helpful. And this isn't necessarily new information either. Think about the zinc lozenges for viral stuff that's been on the market for years. Zinc does seem to be helpful in reducing viral load. Again, this is anecdotal evidence. This is stuff that we're observing from medical providers who are dealing with it much more than we are here in Catawba County, New Orleans, New York, from some of the Europe data. And so I do recommend 1 to 2 of the zinc capsules a day if you're really looking to boost the immune system. Now, with certain things such as the zinc and the vitamin D, these can become toxic if taken in too much. So there is a thing that is, or as the saying is, there is sometimes too much of a good thing. So that's why I would recommend the 5,000 on the vitamin D, 1 to 2 of these zinc capsules a day. If you were to get sick, you could go up to 3 to 4 of these a day. But temporarily, just for the week or so that you're sick, and then you need to downshift again, okay? And so these are things that would be helpful if you wanted to try to optimize the immune system. But again, there's no nutrient, no medicine that will actually prevent you from getting the COVID-19 or any other virus. That is actually you giving it to yourself, or if you're in close contact with people and they're coughing and they're aerosolizing, you're breathing it in. So, but again, my patients are interested in what they can do to kind of optimize and minimize and potentially, maybe the viral infection isn't as severe if the immune system's up and running better. It tends to target the elderly, the immunocompromised, and so these are things that we think would be a great addition to one supplement regimen if they wanted to optimize the immune system during this time.